From the high desert southwest and an indiscreet shave den located in the deep recesses of Ouch's basement, broadcasting north from McMurdo Sound to Ice Station Zebra and east and west across all time zones to our members throughout the world, this is Badger and Blade Radio. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world you may be listening, and welcome back to Badger and Blade Radio. Highlights this week will include answers to our poll question that we placed up in the video forum last week, also some of the new and upcoming events, as well as current events going on badgerandblade.com, and then, of course, the much-anticipated forum and Steward spotlight for the mess hall. So let's jump right into it. The poll question last week basically asked, how long do you take in your shaving regimen? And interestingly enough, 42% of you folks who responded said 10 to 15 minutes. 27% said time really wasn't an issue as you were a night shaver. 23% said 30 to 60 minutes and treated it like a spa day. And then 6% saying 5 to 10 minutes, I get the shave done and I'm out the door. It's nice to see that the good vast majority, if you take it in a combined area of the night shavers and the longer 60-minute shavers, do treat this like a spa. As we all know, this hobby can become quite consuming, but quite enjoyable at the same time. And you know what? We're worth it. So thanks for everyone who responded to the poll. We will have more poll questions up as time goes by. As far as current events going on badgerandblade.com, please go over to the Straight Razor forum as the Gold Dollar modification competition is in full swing. Pictures are starting to trickle in as to different levels of progress, and it's very enjoyable and very interesting, and it's nice to see how many very talented artistic people we have here on badgerandblade.com. The Dark Room is finishing up its monthly contest of architecture. Voting will begin in the next 24 hours or so please go over and check out some of the fine photos over there. And then we are running a movie night piff in the video forum. Basically everything you'll need to enjoy a nice movie at home, so please, if you get a chance, drop on in and get in on that. And finally, and probably one of the most important events that we have on Badger and Blade on a monthly basis is the Badger and Blade official bingo game. Now, I know a lot of you say, bingo, wet shaving, where's the correlation? Well, you'll be surprised. And we are still taking signups. That game will begin tomorrow, the 23rd. However, if you sign up late, the only problem is there, you just need to catch up on the words. And for those of you that have never played before, there's an added bonus. They are offering a piff for any first-time players of Badger and Blade Bingo. And also remember that once you have played Badger and Blade Bingo, you are qualified to join the 3BSC Club, where we will play normal games of bingo in between the official Badger and Bingo games. So please get on over and sign up if you can. It's a whole bunch of fun, and you'll really enjoy it. Also, keep an eye out on the Fragrance Forum. Mike has a big surprise waiting for a bunch of people, as he does have an interview with Josh from Imaginary Authors. Now, Josh used to be a team member here on badgerandblade.com, and it's a very, very interesting interview, and there will be also some other surprises as well. And then finally, Owen and the group over at the Haberdashery have been having a Hawaiian shirt contest. And we'd like to congratulate MG Lindo. We think he had a little bit of an ace in the hole because he's born and bred Hawaiian. And once again, we'd like to congratulate MG Lindo for that win. And then also in the Haberdashery, they're doing something unique as far as a piff. It's a Father's Day piff. All the information and how-to is on the Haberdashery forum. However, what they will be giving away is a Seconda racing chronograph. So, as you can see, lots of stuff going on badgerandblade.com, and when we get back, we'll complete our interview in its entirety with Aaron, Dr. Shavegood, from the Mess Hall Forum. We'll be right back.
Now, the Lone Ranger.
Shaving makes my face feel like it's been in a knockdown fight with an outlaw. That's why I'm glad there's a skin conditioner in Aqua Velva. Right, Tano?
That's right, Kimasabi. Aqua Velva does more than just smell nice. It makes face feel like quiet lake. Cool and smooth.
Well said, Tano.
Aqua Velva. It does a lot more than just smell nice.
Now inject new comfort into shaving. Now PAL captures the miracle of stainless steel comfort in the new PAL stainless steel injector blade. Because of PAL's exclusive thermal process, just one blade shaves you day after day after day. Outshaves 4, 5, or more ordinary blades. Let PAL, creators of the world's first stainless steel injector razor, inject new comfort into your shaving. Get new PAL stainless steel blades.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You know, it's often asked, what is a steward? Well, to summarize, we kind of keep the conversation lively, we assist members in the threads, we come up with new and fun ideas, and at times we're also the court jesters of this kingdom we call BadgerandBlade.com. We're extremely excited to have our first victim, our first Steward Spotlight segment today, and we're happy to have Aaron with us. You know him as Dr. Shavegood. He is the tutor of tortillas, the Buddha of brisket, and the high priest of hot sauce. He is the steward of the mess hall for him. Welcome, Aaron. How you doing today?
Hello, Dave. Fine. How are you today?
Fantastic. We certainly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to give the Badger and Blade members an idea of what we do as stewards and to give a little bit of a spotlight on your forum. So how long have you been a member of Badger and Blade, and how did you get into wet shaving?
Let's see. I signed on, I guess, maybe March 2014. And, I kind of lurked around for a while, probably a couple of years before signing on and becoming a member, and haven't looked back since, Dave.
That's fantastic. I think you and I joined right around the same time. I think you were a little bit earlier than I was, but yeah, it's like a bug light. You know, you just start going towards it. Now, how long have you been the steward of the Mess Hall Forum? What do you like most about it? And how does one come to a food forum on a wet shaving site?
Well, let's see, I've been a steward for a little over a year now, and what I like about it, I guess, is, especially for the mess hall, is, just being able to see people from all over the world typing in their favorite recipes, posting their pictures of food, learning techniques, food techniques. I think that's the best part of being the steward of the mess hall, and kind of directing it, which way it should go, what should be what are the good threads, adding stuff yourself, and probably one of the funnest things is just humor, just having fun and just joking around and banter. Those are the great things about B&B, of course, but especially the mess hall.
Yeah, it's funny because when I joined B&B and I started looking at all the different threads, which, as you probably remember, as a new member, you can get overwhelmed real fast. I mean, it's a compendium of things. And it was really odd for me to see a food forum on a wet shaving site, but then you find out that these type of interests, whether it be wet shaving, whether it be clothing, whether it be fragrances, whatever it may be, all seems to have a common thread, and it seems like the people that are in these forums all have that camaraderie. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, I didn't even discover the mess hall. This place, B&B is so big that I didn't even notice the mess hall for months later after becoming a member. And as well as, some of the other ones like the cafe and, those are, I didn't even know that was there, the whole tea and coffee area. So, yeah, I agree, Dave.
Now, how did you become the steward of the mess hall itself? Were you a steward in another forum first?
No, it's not a steward or any forum prior to B&B. So I was a real newbie coming in. But being picked as a steward, really, I just have no idea other than one day I was in the mess hall and I posted some pictures of some tacos. And as soon as I hit the post reply button, boom, Bigfoot showed up. And offered me the job. Probably something like that.
Yeah, I think the word you're searching for is shanghaied, because I was the same way. I was in the SOTD forum, and I posted a couple pictures, and the next thing you know, it happens. But I think that's what makes this fun, more than anything else. Now, the big question that I'm sure a lot of the members are going to be asking is, what is your favorite food to cook and eat?
What? Oh, that's easy. Barbecue, smoked barbecue, brisket, ribs, pork, pepper poppers, anything barbecue. That's my favorite because it takes all day. You can tweak so many things from the type of wood to the type of smoker, spices, the cut of meat, all those things just play into having a really good, fun time. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to cook.
Now, have you entered competitions with your cooking as of yet?
Yes, 3 times. Been into 3 different competitions. I haven't won anything specifically, but my last competition I entered my chili, and out of 56 entries, I was in the top 15. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. Top 3 pays, a prize,
Sure.
a trophy and a certificate. So
Sure.
haven't done that yet, but that's a goal.
Well, that's fantastic, and congratulations on that. And that actually leads us into the debate of all debates. Now, I'm with you, even though I'm in Arizona, and you're in a different state, but you and I agree 100% on this. But what is your take on the beans, no beans debate when it comes to chili?
Whoa, you've opened a can of
Beans.
beans, exactly. I would say that it's really not that big a deal, one way or the other to have. Yeah, and it's sort of different because, okay, you look at it this way. You put chili in your beans, or you put beans in your chili. There's a big difference there.
Agreed.
And if you wanna put beans in your chili, don't call it chili. Just call it bean stew. No, it's all fun.
Oh, this is going to be fun when this hits the boards.
Yeah.
Well, and I know it's funny because I have a good friend of mine that lives in Dallas, and I remember, because growing up, my mom always, put beans in the chili, big fat red kidney beans. And so I didn't know any better. And then when I was in the service in Texas, basically I said that one time, and I thought I was going to have a shotgun pulled on me. And what I realized is that I like it better without beans. Now, like you said, it's fun, and people can do what they want. But to me, I agree with what you said. If it's got beans in it, it's a stew.
Now the competitions here in Texas for chili, you cannot have beans in your chili.
Wow.
That is a real bad no-no. And, they'll escort you to the gate. It's out.
Wow, that's some serious stuff.
Yeah, and it can't be like spaghetti sauce either. It's got to be a bold chili with real spices and, really be good instead of, canned tomato sauce.
Right. Well, I think that you and I both being from the Southwest, basically, we grew up, and my term of chili would be like the chili verde, the red chili, which is chunks of meat, a wonderful sauce that's got the complexity of everything you could have in it. And I think that's where probably some of the differences come, regionally, when what people consider chili is.
Yeah, and Mom, my mother, she used to make a pot of beans. And, there was 5 of us in the family, 3 boys, Mom and Dad. And she would make a big pot of beans on Sunday. And then by Wednesday, it was looking pretty bleak. So she would just ground up a bunch of ground beef and throw it in the beans. But she never really called it chili. She would just call it beans. And still call it beans, even though she had the ground beef.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a big controversy. But, just do what you want, do what you like, and let's have fun with it.
Exactly. And I think, to me, the beans, no beans debate is very similar to the veg, no veg debate on the aftershave side. Either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. Well, what would you say to the members of Badger and Blade to get them to spend a little bit more time in the Mess Hall Forum, or to discover the Mess Hall Forum for the first time? And what would be your vision for the future of the Mess Hall Forum?
The second question's tough. I would say to, come check it out. Just come down, check out what we've got. Try one of the recipes. They're also posted in the wiki area, in the wiki recipes. And post a couple of pictures. That's the best way to get involved. Find something that you like to do. It could just be one thing. List the recipe, take a couple of pictures, post everything, and then before long, you're rolling. You're good. Try something that you haven't tried before. There's a lot of people that don't cook at all. And they don't. I was listening to my wife the other day, and she was telling me that her work, the girls at work, none of them cook. They rarely cook, and I just couldn't believe that. They all go out. And I'm like, you know what? We need to get back to the kitchen. We need to do some things to get us back to the basics. And I just say, just do that one thing. Come to the mess hall, pick out a recipe, and give it a try. Whether it's barbecue or chili or a taco. And that's the advice that's the only advice I could give right now. As for the vision, that's a tough one. I think we should just keep going and doing like we're doing. Hopefully it'll grow and our membership will increase, and that will also have more members post into the mess hall more frequently and become a little bit more, and I've seen that. I have really seen that over the last year or so, is a lot more people are chiming in and posting stuff and having a lot of fun. That's all I can say about that.
Well, I think that I agree with you, and I think that it really shows the importance of the Steward program, because we kind of came up together, and I did not cook much. And then once I started going into the Mess Hall Forum, and I remember you and I had that conversation about the deep fried buffalo cauliflower that you wanted to stick your finger down your throat at, and that was my first time of posting a recipe, posting the details of it, and it is a little scary at first because my thought process was these guys that are in the mess hall, these are chefs. These guys know cooking in and out. But what I found was that. And this is for all you new members out there that want to take a stab at it, is that it's one of the most welcoming areas, because the one thing that we all share as humans is we love to eat.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Aside, we do know that that this month the cookout in the forum is pizza. What other upcoming events do you have for June?
Well, I'm considering suspending the cookout for the month of June and conducting a food drive. A simple, easy food drive that anybody can do right in their local area. You're not collecting money, you're not doing anything, you're not, banging up against the terms of agreement with B&B. It's just a simple thing that you can do, collecting canned food, maybe some pasta, there's some other things, beans and rice, and donate that food to a local charity of your choice. Maybe a food bank in the area. If you're in a small community, maybe a local church that takes food in. But I think it would be a good change up, because we've really enjoyed almost a whole year of the cookout, and I think it would just be just a good change, a change up for giving back to the community and giving back to someone who doesn't have any food.
Well, and that I think shows what I think the what Joel and Nick and the owners of B&B really try to keep this. And I think what makes this forum a little bit more unique than all the other stuff that's on the internet is that we give back a lot. And I personally, when I read that thread of the idea, I thought it was fantastic, because not only does it help the members of B&B, but it also helps the community wherever you may live, anywhere in the world.
Exactly. Can you imagine, a friend from New Zealand having his, giving food to some area, and then maybe a guy that lives in Singapore. It could happen from all over the world that we can see giving food, giving back to the community. I think it's a good thing. We'll see how it turns out.
Absolutely. Well, you know what, Aaron? I certainly appreciate you, again, taking time out of your day to give, a little spotlight check of the Mess Hall Forum. And, it gives members an idea of what's going on and kind of the onus of how you feel about the forum that you're a steward in. Any final thoughts?
Well, I guess my favorite food would be seafood. So go and get you some seafood, cook it up, have a good time, and post those pictures in the mess hall for us. Is that okay?
Fantastic. Aaron, thank you so much for your time. Well, there you have it, Badger and Blade members. Aaron, Dr. Shavegood, the steward of the Mess Hall Forum, and we certainly thank him, and we hope that you had fun listening to this interview and enjoyed it. That closes out another episode of Badger and Blade Radio. We certainly want to thank you for listening, and for those of you that have subscribed not only to this forum, but to our YouTube page as well. And do us a favor, please comment both on the YouTube page and here in the forum, as this helps us gauge how we're doing, as well as giving you better content. And if you do have some show ideas, please go ahead and mark that in the thread, and we'll do our best to see if we can get that going. Also, moving forward, we are working behind the scenes to bring you more content videos and how-tos, including shaving videos. As time goes by, please be patient. We are working as fast as we can on that and want to try to keep it in-house as well. Also, we'd like to congratulate Mighty Eskimo. You may know him as Don. He is your new Shave Brushes Forum steward. So please stop by the Shaving Brushes and say hello to Don. And also, we will be putting up another poll question, as I've been receiving some PMs that you folks would like to see this radio show on a weekly basis. So basically, we will put up a poll question, and if determined that you folks want the content and want it on a weekly basis, we will certainly strive to do our best to do that. And finally, we'd like to thank all the forum stewards at badgerandblade.com for keeping the content lively, bringing you guys fun things to do, and being able to assist members both new and old. We'd also like to thank the moderators for keeping the gentlemanly behavior here on badgerandblade.com and for everything they do to help out everyone, including the steward staff. We'd also like to thank the owners and the administrators of badgerandblade.com that keep giving this wonderful site to us to be able to spend some time on. So that's it for this week, folks. Thank you for listening to Badger and Blade Radio. I'm your host, Skyside. Have a great week.